Well, how we doing, great people? It is your boy, Coach Tion Singletary here, and I am so excited for what's about to transpire here on today. So welcome to this TSLE WLI, and if you don't know what I stand for, then guess what? You better stand by. Tion Singletary Leadership Empowerment Weekly Live Inspiration, and not always every week or every single time it will be live, but we will give you a live feed or a post, an image, a word of encouragement, something that is going to inspire you and lift you up to live the best life that you can live, to be a boss in what you do. So we are going to empower you. We are going to inspire you. We are going to help you to reach your greatness here on today. I am the motivator of excellence. So you better go tell somebody, because we're going to have a great time here on today with my great friend from the John Maxwell team, Don Miller. So I'm just excited for just to give you a quick announcement on what's about to happen here soon, coming in for the rest of the month. Then I'm gonna give you a quick intro of Don, and then we're gonna bring her on and let her do her thing and inspire you here on this episode of the TSLE WLI podcast. So again, like I said, we got some quick announcements. Now, if you haven't yet, and you know what, I always do this every time. If you haven't yet, make sure you like, love, care, share right now. You know, I was doing some studying, and I usually don't do this one, guys, but I gotta do this because this one's a very important part of my life here this morning. Getting up, doing every morning I do a little scripture. I do a little study in the word to build my relationship with Christ, to build my relationship with God. And the scripture today was, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Matthew 5:16. And there was a little story that you could read on that. And I read that inspirational story of insights. And it talks about be present in the now. And in order to be present in the now, you have to slow down. You have to, you got to breathe. Sometimes we just need to breathe. You know, we all live very busy, productive life. And if we don't slow down, we will miss something, or we will try to be in all of our planning and want to do everything that we want to do, and don't allow God, the universe, the creator, to create those memorable moments that would change someone's life. So I encourage you on today to be in the present, in the now. Let's slow down. Let's breathe. Let's cherish our life and cherish each other. Speak life into someone. Encourage them because they may need it. And I was able to give the opportunity this morning to talk to a grandmother and a grandson, to empower them, to inspire them, to help them to live a better life by making the right choices. And I just wanted to share that little testimony because I want to be completely authentic and real with you, like I always try to do. Because I mean, I was just doing everything on time and making it happen. But for some reason, I forgot to put the time that I needed to meet with that grandmother and that grandson on my calendar. And I always do. Everyone that knows me, I put everything on my calendar, right? But when I realized that it wasn't there, I realized that the evil one, Satan, was trying to stop me from really helping that family out. And I'm just excited that I was still able to be there, to be in the present, to forget about anything else. Even though I had some crunch time, I just decided to forget about it and focus in the present, in the now, and be who God created me to be. And I was able to inspire that grandmother to be a better grandmother, to inspire that grandson to be a better grandson, to cherish his life, to love more, to make better choices in life. So who do you need to inspire or to empower or encourage here today? Pick someone today and allow your light to shine. All right, that was a freebie, everybody. I just had to do that. That was in my spirit. I just had to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to shorten up some of my announcements because I needed that moment. So if you haven't yet, It's everything's in the actual description of this post, of this video. So just read my announcements. Got a couple books coming up. Got some great opportunities coming up. I got a book fair that's going to be happening with the Black Ink virtual holiday book fair, where it's free to register and join and know more about authors and be able to support our fellow author. Again, it's free. It's going to be a about 4-hour event, and come visit your boy. I'm gonna have my own booth there. Come visit your boy, talk a little bit about my books, and we'll go more in details there when you join me on December 11th from 11 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Got a lot of events coming up at the end of the month. I'll talk a little bit more about those at a different live. Again, I just wanted to push through this and we'll move on. If you want to get more details, go into the comment sections or the description above or below, whatever one it is, right? And read those announcements. If you need help or you have any questions, just reach out to your boy and we will be able to help you and assist you. All right, now let's go into my favorite part. Now that all the announcements is over with, all my inspirational moment that I want to give you is out of the way. Now let's introduce the speaker for the hour, the speaker for today's episode. Miss Dawn Miller. Oh my God. If you haven't yet, make sure you like, love, care, share, because you're about to be empowered. You're about to be inspired. You are about to be able to reach your greatness here on today. So Dawn Miller, she resides in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and also on the World Wide Web. She's always on social media. Yes, she is. And she's always online, just clicking away. And she's just one click away. So if you want to reach out to her, just make sure you reach out to her. I tag her in the comment here in the description. She is a life and career transformational specialist. She's certified in speaker. She's a certified speaker, teacher, coach, and executive director of the good and great John Maxwell team. She called herself a gap attacker, because there is a gap or a space between where you are and where you want to be. How do you get there? Dawn will help you to figure out the why, the know-how through training, teaching, coaching, team building, personal and corporate retreats. She's passionate about helping others growing personally and professionally, especially with life and career transition. They say life happens. Does it happen to you or for you? Dawn says life happens to learn a lesson and to grow from it. She will share some stories behind her growth and failures forward. Well, not failures forward, but failing forward today. And I'm telling you, make sure you listen in. If you haven't yet, make sure you like, love, care, and share right now, because we don't want no one, and I mean no one, to be left behind on the time that we're going to have to spare with Dawn Miller as she share her story, share some insights, and give you her passion in entrepreneurship and being self-employed over 16, what now? Let's do 17. It's like how I am in the military. 17 years of experience in self-employment. And also she was in the military. Let's say that. She's a veteran, y'all, just like me. I love it. I love it. So much connections here. She's a military transition and she's retired as she served in the US Navy. I mean, and she also been a military spouse. So she has some great experience. I know her for a while now in the John Maxwell team. That's how we connected. And I'm telling you, she is a great spirit to be around. So encouraging, so uplifting, always smiling and just cheerful. I mean, I love this woman. She is amazing. I love being around her because whenever I'm having a bad day, I just can reach out to her and be like, oh, it's going to be okay. Right? So now come on, everybody. Help me welcome and bring forth to the stage my great friend and colleague, Dawn Miller. Come on out, Dawn Miller, and share with everybody the Pepsi. Look at that, look at that. Oh my God, so excited.
How are you? How are you, my friend and fellow coach and fellow empowerer? How are you doing today, my friend?
I am doing outstanding. I am just excited because I know that you are going to say something that's going to inspire someone here today. So just I better go ahead and get out of the way and let you do your thing, because I just know that you got a power pack opportunity to be able to share your story and empower everyone. So I'm going to step out of the way. I'm going to yield and give it to you.
I just want to have a brilliant conversation with you today, my friend. I don't want it to be about me at all. You gave me a wonderful, great intro and everything. I'm just super excited to be here. I served in the military. Yes, I did. I didn't retire, but I was a military spouse as well. And I had to wear my camo, my fatigues today, man, because life will get to you if you let it.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
I love your new book, Persistence. That's what it's all about, my friend. Persistence.
Yes.
So it's a great time of year to really revisit or visit again persistence. So one of our great mentors, Paul Martinelli, a while back had said, I challenge you, if you're weak on persistence, read the chapter of persistence from the book Think and Go Rich, and read it for, I think he said 2 weeks straight, every single day. And of course, if you fail for a day, you got to go back to day one. So welcome, my friends, for the 3rd annual read the chapter on persistence every single day in December. It has really helped me, number one, with my persistence, but especially this time of year when people are taking their foot off the pedal, if you will. We got to finish this year strong, and we got to empower them for that new year ahead. So I've really started living the principles out in the chapter from persistence. So I definitely love your book, because man, life happens, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yes. It does. It does. So where do we start? Oh my goodness. Yeah. I've been self-employed or an entrepreneur for 17 years. April will mark 18 years. And how I did it was actually just, I was good in sales, and someone said, well, you're good in sales. Have you ever thought about getting your real estate license? I was like, I love sales. I've been in some form of sales, marketing, and PR with the nonprofit, the party industry, so on and so forth. And I actually moved up to the Virginia Beach area 17 years ago to attempt the active duty lifestyle, because I had joined as a reservist after 9/11 in Orlando, and really wanted to see if I had the stuff to become active duty, and then eventually go from enlisted to officer, because I had a degree in communications as well. And I had joined the Navy as a JO, as a journalist. And man, I traded in my passion for a paycheck. I have to admit that, because I got my real estate license the same time I moved up here to serve, to attempt active duty life. And I traded that petty officer job, if you will, traded in my I guess the passion for the paycheck of the real estate industry. That's how I ended up here, and that's how I ended up getting into real estate, and was great in sales and ended up staying. But revisited my passion and purpose back in 2015 when I transferred from one real estate company to another, and got to help start a training and coaching program within that real estate office. So I got to again revisit my passion and purpose, and it's been a challenge with everything in life, in really helping real estate agents build and better their business, and then being challenged to grow myself. Dawn, that's great. You're helping real estate agents build and better their business. What are you doing to grow yourself, number one? And what are you doing to grow and help others outside of real estate? And that's when I pulled the trigger on joining the John Maxwell team in 2017. So yeah, it's been a great time with the team, and helping others, as I say, develop their dream and build their business.
I love it. I love it. it represents persistence just by what you just shared a while ago. I'm like, wow, look at that. She's just so persistent. And so when you transitioned from the military to real estate, how was that? How hard was it? What was you going through? Like, what was the emotion behind it?
Right. Yeah. So I moved up here. This is what you don't want to do. I did everything that you shouldn't be doing. I moved to a completely different state. I knew, but I mean, literally one person. So like in real estate, it's really about knowing people. So I knew one person and I didn't know the area. Two key failures right there. And actually the book, Persistence, or Thinking You're Rich, on the chapter, it says that, that the number one failure is, lack of persistence. So I just kept on, persisting. So I decided, I was like, hey, I clearly don't know anyone here. So I got to meet every single person. And when you reframe and you think about, okay, everyone needs a roof over their head, right? Because we all need housing, right? So that means I could talk to anyone, because they're either going to buy a house or they're going to rent a house, or they got a house that they need to sell and buy another one, right? So just in that connected, and I definitely saw some interesting markets throughout those 17 years. So yeah, absolutely.
Wow. So knowing that you had to connect with so many people in order to grow your real estate business, did you consider yourself a social butterfly type person, or a person that's reserved and just, I don't really know I really want to do this or not?
Right. And to add some empowerment behind that, right? And empowerment to me is knowledge, and then knowing if you're interested in anything in sales, and especially in let's say real estate and in business, you don't need to be a high I and a people person, right? You just need to, you need to connect. And actually D's, when we talk about the personality or disc profile, D's are great in sales as well, because they get down to the details, right? Because then you've got to understand who is that other person on the other end, and how do they communicate, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great question. Absolutely a great question.
Awesome. And, that's very important. And when you're in sales, it's truly a people business, and most things going on right now is a people business. You got to know how to be able to connect and be able to have positive business relationships in order to grow yourself, grow your client or your person that you're working with, partner, and also just to grow your whatever you are doing in the I guess the environment that you're in, or in the circle that you are in. So being able to network and do things of that nature is very important. So how have networking helped you to truly pivot and grow your business to a higher level?
Right. Yeah, I love the word that you're calling about networking, because I'm involved with one organization that's worldwide. It's called Business Networking International, and I'm actually the vice president of a chapter here in Virginia Beach.
Awesome.
And I encourage anyone listening that's interested in building or bettering their business, definitely to look into BNI, because it's based off of networking. But as we know, Tian, and this is why one of their core values is, actually, this is so funny. I got this book last week from our BNI chapter. It's called Giver's Gain. That is one of the core values of BNI. And that's one of the things that a core value with us and the John Maxwell team as well, is that we are a person of value who values others, who wants to add value, right? And the concept behind networking is, how can you help that other, or how can you add value? How can you add to that other person and or their business? So every single week, we're constantly on the lookout for, how can I help, this other person build their business or find business for this other person. And that's kind of like we're doing today. Some people may resonate with you or myself, and, doing collaborations. I say that your relationships are your greatest resources. And a great author, I forget his name. It's the guy from Atomic Habits book. He said, "It's opportunities come from the people that you know." So then circle back to networking. So I'm purposely getting out virtual and in person, meeting and connecting more with people, and just asking them, what is it that you're hoping to do? Actually, two quick questions that you can ask in building your business, or just just getting to know people, is what are the opportunities that you envision for yourself or your business in the next 6 months that you're not fully equipped, right, to handle. That's where we come in.
Uh-oh.
Wow, as trainers or coaches, right? You were talking about that gap earlier. Do you know what gap actually should stand for?
What? Uh-oh.
Right?
I'm ready.
Good. Yeah, write it down, write it down. You don't want to miss this, right? No, gap, think about it, right? There's that space you said between where you are and where you want to be. That's really what, like your goal and achieving your goal is, right? So gap stands for good, acceptable progress, my friends. We
Good,
get caught.
acceptable progress. I like it.
Yeah, there's greatness inside of us, like you say in your book, because we are made for greatness. But people get caught up in the caught up. We need to go ahead and progress, right? Progress over perfection every single day, be 1% better. And that circles back to, again, persistence and then knowing when to pivot and
it.
Change. Yes, love
I
your
love
book.
it. Oh, I'm gonna have to use that one. Good.
Oh, I saw you put it in there. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Good.
amazing.
But
I love it.
yeah, good acceptable
Wow.
progress. I'm like, I got to be 1% better today than I was yesterday, and then the growth comes
It's
in.
literally that simple, everyone. It's literally that simple. Being the best version of yourself each and every day than what you were on yesterday. If you can beat your yesterday for today, then guess what? Tomorrow may be better.
Yeah. Oh, I want to share something with you that was in your book.
Yes.
And I love that you're helping others with there's a book inside of you and there's a story with inside of you as well. It was what did you say Les Brown says about winning?
Well, what did Les Brown says about winning? Well,
what does he say about winning?
He says a lot of things about winning. And main thing is, if you fall down and you can look back up, then guess what? You can get up, my brothers and sisters.
Yes, I say that all the time, my friend. He says, this is what I say. Les Brown says, if you can look up, you can get up.
You can get
John
up.
Maxwell, our John Maxwell says, I'm either up or getting up. And I say, I never stay down.
Never stay down.
Get up and giddy up. Let's go. Life is in the get up, my friends. But no, in your book, it says, Les Brown says, it's not over until you win.
It's not over until you win. It's not over until you win. And the thing about that, and why that stick with me all of my life, because it gives me the ability to truly be persistent, and you gotta have the tenacity of a lion, or a lioness. You gotta have that grit, that damn called GRIT, grit. You gotta have that grit about you where you are so passionate about going after your dreams, goals, and visions that you don't allow no one, no naysayers, nothing, nada to stop you. So I'm just, when we are in this space and this time and what's currently going on, and having this awareness of different perspective, and then what's going on in life, in the world, in our personal lives. When you come from a perspective of, I can always grow, I can always learn, and I can learn from anybody. You always have an eyesight to be able to see, and an ear to hear things that may be very important to you in your now time. Because when we are going through rough times, God will send the right people to say the right thing that you need to hear, that can empower you to live a better life in that now time, right? It's all about the now time. What are you doing this very second, this minute, that can empower your life, someone else's life, that can inspire your life or someone else's life, right? What choices are you making, right, that can change people's lives? And that's what we gotta do. That's how we gotta live each and every second of our day. Is what am I doing right now is something that would be pleasant in the sight of God, that would be pleasant in the sight of others, that they will follow, right? So it just, right now, I'm in a different space, and I'm loving the space that I'm in right now, because I'm more at peace. I have more joy. I'm very clear on my purpose and passion in life. And it just, man, it just so much so so much nuggets that because of the connections that I'm part of and the influence that I'm part of, the inner circle, your inner circle is very important. Your inner
Mhm.
circle that I'm in right now is is doing something in the inside that I know that's going to have a greater, a brighter future for 2022. So I'm excited for 2022 already. It's not even here. It's the last month of the year, but I'm just excited because I just know what's going to happen because of what I see before me in this now time. Not what yesterday was or what tomorrow is going to be, but the now time. And I'm hitting on that because that's just the thing that God has given me this morning. Uh, and just and I'm more aware of it. We have to be present in the now. So I love it. I love it. And I thank you for sharing that, Don, on winning, because that's what just got me talking. I did that just happened. You did that.
Uh-huh.
You did that. Yeah.
No,
But
I wanted, yeah, you said that in your book. It's like, it's not over until you win. And
yeah,
like, that's just, like, it's all about persistence too. And
yes,
then what I
yes.
really wanted to share with you that's been going through my mind, because I love Les Brown as well. And I know we could both resonate on this. Man, when I get so discouraged, like there was one of his audios says, I'm going to do it anyway, right? We wait for the perfect conditions to exist. And then we know that that's never going to happen. And he
Never.
says, think about the word something. Let me tell you a little, this is my little catch thing. Let me tell you a little something about something. There's always going to be something. And Les Brown says you're either just coming out of something or you're just or you're going through something. So either way, reality is there's always going to be something. So you might as well do it.
May as well.
Right?
May as
Yeah.
well.
Just do it. And that's something, here's a big thing that I'm going through right now. I'm going to maybe throw a bomb on you. I want to be very public and open about it. And I kind of shared it and everything. But man, when you saw me in August, and I was rolling with a cane, man, I was barely getting by. And it was a 2-year struggle and trying to figure out what exactly it was. And at the end of October, I was diagnosed with having multiple sclerosis or MS. And it's something that I'm be living with for the rest of my life, because currently there's no cure. There's great treatment. And man, I can't wait to get on the treatment right now, because let me tell you, I digressed when you saw me at the end of August. Like, I mean, I'm immobilized, right? And that's why I get, when I get down on myself, I'm like, Dawn, you don't stay down, number one. And you have, and this is where people need to know and stay empowered and encouraged. Like, you have a capability, with that capability as an ability and a responsibility. There is something that you can do. So go out, and do it. And life is going to look a little bit differently in the next, 90 days, 6 months, or I'm not quite sure, but it's a challenge for me to get around right now. And I was like, hey, Dawn, you can do your business virtually. You need to pump the brakes and focus on what matters most,
Yep,
right? And what
that's
a
it.
blessing behind that it is, because you
Yeah.
said, slow down, be in the know, NOW, and know, KNOW. Sit in
Mm,
that silence and figure out what it is that you want, what it
that's it.
is that you want.
And
Yeah.
you
And
know what? Oh
be
man, that's
persistent about it, and attack it
yeah,
every day, man.
yeah. I love your you being authentic and sharing that, because I mean you just came from a transformational journey, a
Yeah.
transformational trip. I'm
Yes.
like you go
Yes.
through all that, but yet
Is
you
it just,
still serving. I mean, it's just amazing.
yeah. Yeah. And man, there was some, like in the afternoon, like there was one time where and right now my face is like flaring up right now. And I got this pain in the back of my eye and all this sort of stuff. There was one day, like I couldn't go out and serve. And I was like, hey, I
Uh,
want to see, people need to see the struggle, right?
yeah.
Like I said, there's always going to be something, but I still
Mhm.
have a capability. I'm still go out and doing it. I couldn't, there's some things that I couldn't do and I was going slow, but you know what? Like, I mean, I still served.
Still serve, and that's what's all. And that's
Yeah.
being that's having the grit and being persistent on your purpose. When your purpose is big enough where it first it scares you, but also it burns a fire inside of you where where it gives you more energy, more
Yeah.
boldness, more courage to be courageous about your actions and to continue to do what you have set to do. So it's just you empower me. You know, you inspire me
Oh,
for the things that you have done and the things that I know that you are going to do. So it gives me encouragement to know no matter what I'm going through, I still can do it because if Don can do it, I
oh,
can do it too, right?
oh, you're too sweet. And it goes back to that word something, like everyone has something,
Something,
right?
yeah,
So like just be kind,
yes,
to them. And when we say value, put a 10 on their heads, right? And put a 10 on every single day and
that's it,
opportunity,
that's it,
right? And you
that's it.
say in the book, that the I am, whatever you say after I am comes looking for you, so
I
it's
am
like,
statements. Yeah, that's it.
yeah,
Like, and
yeah.
everyone, if you really want to empower yourself, like truly empower yourself and then empower others, do I am statements
Hmm.
and do it every day, every morning, and every night before you go to bed. What that's
Hmm.
going to do, you speaking life in the atmosphere. You speaking
Yeah.
life in yourself. And it does something in the inside when you do that. So I encourage you, everyone, to do some, create some I am statements that you can be able to just, when you go through a hard time, just I am, you know. For
Yeah.
me, when I came back from the deployment, I had to say, I am smart, I am courageous, I am bold, I am good, I am healthy, I am well. You know, I had to say those type of stuff during that time period because I needed that. Because I wasn't all those things in a sense, right? So I needed to speak life into myself, and it worked. And I mean, look at me now. That's been what, 8 years ago. I'm still here, and I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm loving life. I'm enjoying the people that I'm meeting, those beautiful smiles that I see in everyone's faces, and being able to give that light, to be that light, and to give some type of 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 encouragement to somebody, because you never know what someone's going through. You could just walk by somebody and it's all sad, but if you do something that's very easy to do, is smile. You will just do something to somebody else just by smiling to them. It will make them smile. By you letting them do a little smile, you just allow some positive energy to go inside them just by smiling. Right? So we gotta use the gifts that God has given us to be able to be the light in the world, and to
Yeah.
be that hope, that beacon of hope as well. Because the world needs it right now. The world truly needs it right now.
That
So,
is that is true, and I'm glad you shared your I am statements, because man, let's just go ahead and exchange overthinking for over believing, right? We overthink these affirmations and these statements. No, I mean, I write them down, and I actually have an
yes,
accountability partner that I write
yes,
them down and I send them to her, every single morning. And some days it's like I am healthy, I am smiling, I am positive. Yeah, I mean, it's simple, you know. When I was really doing a business in real estate, I was like, I'm highly organized and systematized, right? And then I realized I'm going to get me an assistant who will help me with that, be highly organized and systematized, right?
yeah,
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So, what else, my friend? What else? You got some amazing, great events coming up. I love how you're helping
yes,
people go ahead and share their stories and print and everything. So you got that Saturday coming up. You want to talk to us about that real quick?
yes, no problem. It's actually someone else, Michelle Jackson. She invited me to be an author um to her upcoming event. This is our fourth one for the year. She just started this. It's very new, and she's loving it. So it's our fourth one for the year, and it's going to be other authors that's going to join in and have a booth to be able to share their story about their book, why they write, why they help others to write, why they do what they do. And it is a great time for everyone to be able to come and just to be in the atmosphere, to be in the space to learn, because we're going to have some speakers that's going to come forth that Michelle was able to work out, her and her team, because this is all hers. I'm just being a part of it as an author and to just to support as well. But she has some speakers that's going to be coming forth to be able to inspire us, to be able to share their story, and in hopes that if we are sitting on our story that we need to write and we haven't written it yet, maybe these people will inspire you to do just that in 2022. So come to the event. The link is up in the description that you can go to. It's register and it's for free. It's for free, guys. Again, it's FREE, free. Okay. So go in there, click on the link, register, join us, be in the atmosphere, and come check your boy out. Okay. I'm gonna be talking about my current book that just won a bestseller in Amazon in 25 different categories, right? And then I'm
This
also
one?
gonna be, yes, that one. Then I'm gonna be sharing another one that I'm working with Dr. John Gray and Angie Gray on they collaborative book, and that one's called The Power Talk, Power Talk Volume 1, and that one's going to be coming out on next week, December 15th. But I'm going to be sharing some of that insights on that, and I'm doing a pre-order on this book that you can go ahead and purchase and invest into it right now. And if you invest into it, I'm telling you, if you invest into the book right now, I'm going to give you a free copy, ebook copy of the Persistence, Pivots, and Game Changers. I'm gonna give you a free copy of that, right? And I'm gonna give you services of a complimentary one-on-one coaching session or a speaking opportunity that we can be able to talk more about. But I'm gonna give that to you if you invest early into purchasing that upcoming book that's going to be going live on December the 15th. Okay. So I'm going to be putting out the link on that here soon out in the social media as well. So that if you want to jump on it, jump on it. I have limited positions. Okay. Limited spots. So jump on it real soon. Be quick about it. You remember, I can't remember who said this, but I'm trying to remember what mentor shared this with us. But it's all about time. It's a time universe. And if you wait too long to take action, guess what? Someone else is going to jump on the opportunity and you are going to miss it. So if you know your purpose and you know exactly what you want to do and you know what direction that you're moving in, you already know your answer. And your answer is going to be yes or no, depending on does it relates and connects with your purpose. All right. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. Hey, Don, what's some stuff that you got going on? What's some stuff that you got coming up? I know that you are always busy. You are doing some great stuff. I be following you all the time.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. And I'm revisiting what life and business looks like, because I'm really feeling some of these symptoms with this new life challenge. And
yeah,
I just want to share with you real quick. I keep on referencing your book, man. I'm like your biggest fan, but and my eyesight is being affected too. It said you're out of difficulties, grow miracles, right?
Yes.
So I'm figuring out and I'm getting very clear on what I want and then what I can do. And I say that because let me just share this book with you. It's a resource, right? And books can be mentors, number one. And it's not just a book, it's a resource. It is 10 dream developing and business building principles, right? From our man, John C. Maxwell, where we can speak, train, and coach on that. Right. And so I'm going to be chunking this down into an online course, right?
Okay.
And I mean, he said, if there's any book, and he's crying when he did this at the coaching conference, if there's any book that I wrote to help people achieve their dreams and build a business, it's this book, Put Your Dream to the Test. And in there's 10 dream developing and business building principles. So I'm going to be launching, an online course, and you just jump into my connectwithdawnem.com. It's my it's my online one page kind of stop shop, if you will, where you can connect with me on social media, sign up for the leadership newsletter, and then I'll get your email address and share that information with you. And then when we talked about earlier, the gap attacker, I like to personally, custom, like, what does your growth look like? What are the opportunities that you envision for yourself, or that you see like that you'd like to go ahead and take advantage of, but you're not fully equipped or resourced to do? That's where we come into play. And then we'll develop we'll develop a goal and a plan and based on your budget. And that may look like one-on-one coaching, right? I'm super passionate about transitions in life and careers because I'm going through it right now. And I went through it about 3 or 4 different times. That's a whole nother podcast, I guess, my friend. But then what obstacles, right? Because we're always, every day we should be looking for opportunities, right? There's ones that, and you're making it happen right now, but how else can we help, leverage you and those other opportunities that you have coming to 10x your life and your business? And then what are the obstacles, right? Because there's things that, that you need help getting over.
Yes.
So, so that's what we do. So connect with dawnam.com. I am launching, in the 3rd week in January, what we would call, being with the team, a speakers club, and I'm calling it, a communication and connect club, because you mentioned earlier networking. It's going to have a little bit of networking, and then it's going to have an opportunity for those that join. It's going to be 2 times a month virtually, and I believe it's $25 a month. I mean, oh my gosh, you want to network, right, with people nationally and internationally and locally, and you want to learn a little bit more about how to perfect your pitch or your message, because sometimes what we don't get in life is because of failure in communication, and that's personally and professionally. And now I need it for myself, because right now I'm challenged, right? I'm having to revisit like how I learn and how I communicate, right? And the opportunity comes in not when the door is open, my friend, but the crack in the door, or the window, right? And I'm shoving my cane straight in there. I'm going forward, man, opening the door for everyone. So connect with dawnm.com.
Good.
Oh, I see that you posted that. Thanks, my friend.
No problem, no problem. And it's pinned to everybody. So go ahead, if you're watching, go ahead and click on that and be able to save. And then you can always reach out to Dawn Miller at any time. Just to reach out to her, to talk to her, because she loved to talk, she loved to chat, she loved to connect. So make sure you reach out to her and let her know if it's something that she can help you out with, or is it something that you want to collaborate with her with? Because I know I see some other business owners on here as well. So thank you all for joining. Brandon, I see you, my brother. Jetta, I got you, my friend. Hey, Miss Hall. Yes. Teresa is in the house. Oh, yeah.
Cheers, so my girl. Let me tell you, there is no other culture like the Caribbean culture that has taken me in as their own. And I can't wait to give back. I filled out an application for the Branson Center to help Caribbean entrepreneurs. And one last bit of encouragement, you guys, is don't think that having a business is not within your reach. And do not discount your strengths. Don't discount, oh, it's just some crafts that I make at home, or it's just some goodies that I bake. My mother for 20 years baked goods and sold them at the farmer's market. And I asked her in July when I was back home seeing her, what did that do? I didn't realize it was 20 years. And she's like, that money from those farmers market, some days it was, sometimes it was $100, sometimes it was $250. That put food on the table. That put food on the table. And then also gave her some spending cash or whatnot. And it paid some bills when we when we needed to do so with the farm and the equipment, right? So it paid those bills. So guys, don't discount your strengths. Do not discount your strengths.
Oh, that's powerful. I think I'm not gonna say nothing else after that. I'm just gonna say thank you all and have a good night. Good stuff. Pele, my girl. Oh my God. Thank you so much for joining. Love you too. Much love, everyone. Thank you all. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and like, love, care, share. I'm gonna have to go back and read all the comments again. Yes, JMT DNA all the way, my brother.
Yeah, I'm looking at the comments too. Hey, Tirsa, hey. Oh,
Yeah.
and can we give one other free resource with changeyourworld.com?
Please.
Changeyourworld.com. You can go there right now today. You can participate. You can take a 20 to 30-minute video, become a facilitator, and get access to free values-based leadership lessons written by John C. Maxwell himself. It's free. Guys, take that into your community, into your church, into your home. There's a total of 12 weeks, but man, you want to get we got it starts with us first, right? It starts
Yes,
with
sir.
us first, and it's a definitely a transformational
Yes.
experience. I wanted to share that with you, because anyone can go onto that website today, and they can facilitate or participate. And that was part of what we did in the Dominican Republic, but that was specific. We spent a year with the charity down there and John Maxwell Leadership Foundation to determine what values the Dominicans decided based off the research and the surveys that they did. Yeah.
I love it.
But man, that content's been accessed, I think, by 300 countries. So
Wow. Wow.
yeah,
You know,
that's
guys, that Change Your World content is amazing. I'm on my third table now, and we're gonna be finishing our last session on my third table on next week. And when I'm saying I did it first like a couple of months ago, and the people I worked with a couple of months ago, when they see me, they still talk about those 6 weeks we had in the Change Your World. I mean, it's literally that powerful because it's not teaching, it's not coaching, it's all
yeah.
you being more aware of yourself and how you can better your life in order to change your world. So I'm thank you for sharing that because that is a very great source. And if you want to be part of a future table, if you don't want to facilitate, you want to be a part of a future table, just let Donna, I, or anyone in the John Maxwell team know, and we can bring you on to one of our future ones as well. And it's free.
Yeah,
For the
it's
most
free.
part, it's
Yeah,
free.
and you said, hey,
So
look, we transform more as facilitators than the participants, right? And we're
wow,
not there to change you,
exactly,
to coach you, to train you.
exactly,
It's a two-way
exactly,
conversation.
exactly.
And it
It's
actually, the
powerful.
Change Your World movement has been a driving force for me to figure out, Dawn, what is going on, with your health and wanting to, play life, full out, and then
Mhm.
having those conversations every single week, and then evaluating yourself every single week on how did you do last week with integrity, right? So there's
Yes.
some self-evaluation and self-reflection and accountability behind the tables as well. And every voice matters. Every voice is heard. It's small and transformational. I see some hearts going on over here. So yeah. So, all right, my friend.
All
Well,
right,
it's
thank
been
you
a
so much.
pleasure.
All right,
It has
everybody, it
been
is
a pleasure.
time to put on your hoodie and go into the boxing ring of life and get going. All right. All right, guys. I love y'all. Take care. Again, this is your boy, Coach Tion Singletary, with Don Miller here to my left. And I am just so excited to be able to have this opportunity, this space to inspire you, to empower you, to help you to reach your greatness in life. You are greatness made from greatness. So let's go out there and be the light in the land. I love you. Take care. God bless you. Let's continue to move forward and be great in you. Thank you.